Kelce's old tweets went viral for a good reason. They're just really wholesome and fun, and people are loving them. So we thought we'd share some of them with you now. It's a little song called The Ballad of Travis Kelce. Tariq, take it away.
Travis used to tweet a lot. Nah, he wouldn't quit.
I just gave a squirrel a piece of bread and it straight smashed all of it.
Now this guy's with Taylor Swift, and yeah, the two are dating.
I had no idea they ate bread like that. Hashtag crazy.
Sometimes they were simple, and sometimes they were clever.
Haven't been to Dave and Buster's in forever.
His tweets were pretty normal and nothing super edgy.
Plain Rabbit's Coo got a nice meal and chill with my boy Reggie.
Sometimes he was really deep. The whole world he'd inspire.
The most powerful weapon on this earth is a human soul on fire.
Then he'd take it down a notch and keep things super light.
Got to get some Taco Bell and see what's poppin' tonight.
He would tweet all sorts of things. The topics, they were various.
These people on hashtag The Price is Right are hilarious.
Sometimes they were typos because they did it on the fly.
Went out and grabbed some old school Jordans. Now I'm off to the bowling alley.
When he tweeted years ago, the likes were maybe lacking.
Up at Olive Garden with Papa, had to grab the fettuccine with the chicken Alfredo. Hashtag.
So this is not a Taylor Swift, not a Travis Kelce's tweets conversation when Jimmy Fallon brought it up during the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and he made a rap out of his tweets. And as I said before, I'm so glad that they brought it up during the New Heights podcast. And his brother has been very supportive about it.
Circa 2009 to 2011.
Man, what's hilarious is that nobody followed me back then. And I was just using Twitter as like a diary, out here just saying nonsense. I just gave a squirrel a piece of bread and spelled squirrel like a jack.
I mean, first of all, that's the new spelling for squirrel. I'm only spelling squirrel like that from now on. I don't know why it's spelled the other way. Nap time!
Nap time's a classic.
Who doesn't love nap time?
This is why I don't tweet anymore, because it's just nonsense.
Up at the Olive Garden with Papa, had to grab the fettuccine with the chicken Alfredo. Schmackin'.
Olive Garden was one of my favorites. Olive Garden, Red Lobster.
Cheddar biscuits?
I could go there right now and my stomach up. Absolutely house those cheddar biscuits, little shrimp linguine,
yeah,
some chicken Alfredo.
I'm so glad they brought this up in their conversation in New Heights, their podcast. And his brother Jason Kelce has been very supportive of him. He even just laughed it up about it, and he even mentioned that that's how you spell the squirrel from now on, and I will be spelling the squirrel like from now on. They should be like that. So I like that. I like his brother is so supportive of his little brother, younger brother. And also, we get to find out what he was thinking at that time, and he takes it like a man, and he just listened to it, and he just talk about it and making fun out of his own tweets. And they're not trying to hide this bad stuff under the carpet. They brought it up, and we appreciate that. Bad, good, and ugly. Like I said before, Whoopi Goldberg said he was young, he was in high school, and he didn't think about spelling, and he probably didn't even think this thing is going to blow it up. He has a good brother to fight for him. Thank you, Jason, for doing that. You are the role model for all brothers. You are the best brother for Travis Kelce. I'm very appreciate your characters to protect your brother, your younger brother. Thank you.
What you need to know. What do you think of this?
Well, then he did a full sit down with the journal, so I don't know if he maybe said too much already.
I just, some of the things he said raised some red flags for me, because he said
red flags.
Okay. He said, the biggest thing to me, make sure I don't say anything that would push Taylor away. What is he hiding then? Because for me, I want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly up front. My husband showed me all his stuff, and I was like, why am I marrying this man? but, you know, he's sending in his representative so that he doesn't offend her in any way. That's not real life. Like, people offend you sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what?
I
said something about him last week that people didn't like. Because about his high school years, that he was very sexist in his high school years.
Yes.
But I give him a little bit of credit because she's a major star.
Yeah.
And he seems to not be intimidated by that, you know? Whereas, you know, like I'm old enough to remember when Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were the same.
He also dated.
Well, no, actually, I dated Babe Ruth. Because I was into baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even they did not last. You know, these couples they burn and then they go away.
Well, and I think part of it is the spotlight that's on that puts so much pressure on a relationship.
Like us talking about
like
it
us
every
talking,
day.
and now I'm going to analyze it for a minute here. But I'll say what I give him credit for. So I'm the same age as Taylor and close to Travis's age. He pursued her, and with millennials, a lot of the men just do not go for the women. It's the like casual dating, not really trying. He wanted to meet her and went for her. I like that intentionality.
Why? Because his ex-girlfriend was really hot.
She was beautiful. She was really hot.
She wasn't as famous as this.
But the families are meeting, which I think that is a sign of commitment. It's a little early for Taylor, I think it's a different type. She always is, if it's even just a palate cleanser, and actually somebody. So this isn't ginger with your sushi, Alyssa.
Who's the palate cleanser?
Well, I'm saying even if Travis is just a palate cleanser, my red flag is this.
Oh, I'm more of an amuse bouche.
She got out of a 7-year relationship and really jumped into this. You tend to want to give some time to get over the previous relationship. I root for them. I want to see her happy. I think she's one of the most talented musicians of my lifetime by far. But it seems like a little bit of
Okay, so let me just use a Sonnyism. There was a red flag in here for me.
Yes.
And the red flag for me was when he admitted to thinking about retirement, and the quote was, he confesses he thinks about it nonstop, quote, more than anyone could ever imagine. He is huge in the football world. He is huge in the football world. And then you go to Taylor Swift land. And I think that if you were thinking about next chapters, this would be lovely.
It's a very comfortable next chapter.
What are you saying?
It's
that he wants to
very
retire
hard. Well, I mean,
to
I
live
think
off of her?
he loves being not living. He has millions, but he's like on a podcast. He likes comedy. He wants to do. I think he's looking for a second act. Michael Strahan always says he was big among football players, and men stopped him on the street. He went into morning TV, and everyone stopped him on the street.
Yep.
That is from the mouth of a famous football player.
He got a little taste of that.
It is hard at that level of celebrity to find people with the right intentions. He seems like a very nice guy and I root for them, but I do think she has to be careful.
And go Chiefs. My family's from Kansas.
I don't think anything wrong with thinking about second act. You don't want to. He doesn't want to play football for the rest of his life, and especially now he's 34 years old. He's not 20 anymore. He should be thinking about the second act, especially right now that he is on the top of his game, and it should be time for him to retire. And while he has a lot of opportunity coming towards him.
Media post from Taylor Swift's boyfriend, what is this child's name? Travis Kelce. Kelce have re-emerged where he makes a few disparaging comments about women, and some of them date back to 2010 when he was like 4.
No, he was in high school.
20.
Young.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
show me a high school boy who hasn't said something stupid about girls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Show me. I'm sorry. I don't know. But this is not my problem. I don't really, But I have to say to you, how big a problem would this be for you?
Well, here's